say, can you see by the dawn's what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Jim Mazer in the 13, flanked by the 87 of Ben Belich, the 9C of Doug Crawford, 48 Johnny Johnson, your current points leader, and the 4 of Ed Faree. So 1 and 2 in the point standings, 48 Johnny Johnson and the 4 of Ed leads the field into turn number 1. The West Virginia Rim Rider, Steve Baker, has got the lead. Ben Miley second, Wayne Tessine third, and Ben Belich in the 87 motors to fourth. Ed Faree up close to the wall in car 4 as Johnny Johnson wheels the 48 up into fifth. Ben Belich hooked up on the inside in car 87, trying to take second as they race down the back straightaway. Johnson also running the inside in car 48. Baker still leads. Off of turn 4, Miley has his nose in second. Belich applying the pressure down low. Johnson running fourth in the 48. Tessine is fifth. Adler sixth. Faree is seventh. Doug Crawford eighth. Lucan Rev Fab, Bergestown Auto Parts, 84 of West Virginia's Steve Baker continues to lead. Ben Miley still second, Belich third, Johnson fourth, Tessine fifth, Faree is sixth in car 4, then Adler, Crawford, and Jim Mazer. For second, tightening up. Car 99, Ben Miley, 87, Ben Belich, in the 48 of Johnny Johnson as Ed Faree takes over fifth in car number 4. Baker leading by half a straightaway. Miley still second in the Calusi Chevy 99. Kendrews Lounge 87 of Belich third, and the Johns Towing 48 of Johnny Johnson to close fourth with 4 laps to go. That's the Franklin Racing Supply 4 of Ed Faree running fifth. Johnson in the 48 now, underneath of Belich as they race down the backstretch. The 87 of Belich still running third. Johnny Johnson in the 48 continues to apply the pressure. Lead now almost a full straightaway. With 2 laps to go, 2 laps remaining. Ben Miley, Ben Belich, and Johnny Johnson continue that 3-car battle for second, third, and fourth. White flag, final lap, this time by 1 lap to go. Using all 3 grooves, inside, down the middle, and outside. The Phil Lucon Rep Fab, Burgestown Auto Parts 84, Fairmont, West Virginia. Steve Baker picks up the opening heat race win. The Calusi Chevy 99 of Ben Miley will get second. Ben Bellich third, Johnny Johnson fourth, and Ed Ferree fifth. Excuse me, hope to get it fixed in time for the feature. 79 is B.A. Malquit, 09 Mark Petrucci. The gray 75 is Don Gross, 93X Rick Wachter, 21 Matt Sherlock, 99 Ricky Thomas, the 8 of Dennis Curry, 3 Rich Curry, and the 4 of Steve Fife. And look out, almost a big wreck right there. Somehow the back of the pack got a little anxious. Here they come into turn number 4. The green is out, and we're underway. Nepper leading, but getting high in turn 4, and Malquit in the 79 runs second. Petrucci is third, Wachter fourth, and Ricky Thomas fifth in car 99. Drag race for the lead into turn number 1. Malquit in the 79 and Nepper in the 55, and it's Strasburg, Ohio's B.A. Malquit exiting turn 2 with the lead. The Iron City Beer 55 of Bill Nepper second, the Auction Barn 09 of Mark Petrucci third, the W.R. Minden Sons Custom Homes 93X of Rick Wachter is fourth, and the L. Thomas Body Shop 99 of Ricky Thomas fifth. Malquit continues to set the pace over Bill Nepper, and now the battle for third, side by side. Rick Wachter in the 93X as Rich Curry spins in turn 2 in car number 3. Caution is out. 8, 9, 6 laps to go. Second heat race for the late models. The green is back out. B.A. Malquit leads in car 79. Some real close racing back in the pack. The Curry cousins had Don Gross in the middle of a sandwich in turn 3 that last lap. Everyone escapes unscathed thus far. To complete lap 7. 3 more laps remaining, this time by Bill Nepper, staying within striking distance of race leader B.A. Malquit. Ricky Thomas is up to 4th, Mark Petrucci 5th, and it's Matt Sherlock, Dennis Curry, Rich Curry, Don Gross, and Steve Fife. Laps to go, 2 to go, and we've got a double spin up in turn 4. The 21 of Matt Sherlock and the 3 of Rich Curry bring out the caution. Green is back out. Malquit in the 79, Nepper in the 55, looking for the lead on the outside, down the front stretch into turn number 1. B.A. Malquit leads by a car length, but here comes Bill Nepper. Boy, he's been impressive of late as well. Made the Penn National 100 last week. Almost picked up a feature win the week before. And he's the leader with 1 lap to go. The Iron City Beer 55 of Bill Nepper, that rocket chassis, leads down the backstretch with B.A. Malquit second now, Ricky Thomas third, and Rick Walker in the 93X fourth. Checkered flag, Bill Nepper the winner over Malquit, Thomas, Walker, and Dennis Curry fifth in car 8. Six, Jim Lepro from Midway. Wayne Gaither in the 4 from North Lima, Ohio. 48, Mark Motes out of Hookstown. Mark is the points leader in the M-Star Limited Late Models. 44, Jim Paul from Toronto, Ohio. Artie Dermott out of Dormont in the 19. 3J of Joe Johnson from Monaca, and Caroline Ferree, the third of Ed Ferree's 4 children to run this car this year. This is Caroline Ferree. They come off the 4th turn. The green is out. Sisson and Wayne Gaither wheel to wheel down the back straightaway, and Gaither takes over the lead in the Joe Dickey Electric number 4. Sisson second. Jim Lepro is third. Mark Modes fourth, and Jim Paul fifth. Almost 3 wide there down the front stretch into turn number 1. Still Wayne Gaither. Jim Lepro in the 6 car, second now. Sisson drops to third. Mark Motes coming forward. He's fourth in the 48. Jim Paul in the 44 running fifth. Another driver that's really improved this season is your leader here in the M-Star Limited Late Model First Heat, Wayne Gaither. Mark Motes in the 48 up to third. In the 48 now, closing on the Bud's Place 6 of Jim Lepro as they run for second. Lepro pushing high, and Motes will slingshot to the inside down the front stretch at the halfway point. 5 laps down, 5 to go. Mark Motes quickly closing in on Wayne Gaither. Motes has been the most dominant car in the M-Star Limited Late Models in the 48 machine. And now he looks to the outside of Gaither as they run into turn number 4. Gaither still your leader. 3 laps to the finish, 3 laps to go. Here goes Mark Motes, keeping it straight on the outside, and he takes the lead into turn number 3. M-Star Limited Late Model points leader Mark Motes. 2 laps to go, and he's got the top spot right now with Gaither second, Lepro third, Sisson fourth, and Jim Paul is fifth. White flag for your leader, Mark Motes. checkered flag for Mark Moats. Wayne Gaither second, Jim Lepro third, Gary Sisson fourth, and fifth to the 44 of Jim Paul. This evening we'll be driving the limited late number 7. Last week's feature winner, Charlie Jasinski in the 11A from Struthers, Ohio. Houston's Jason Sisson in car 20. The 1 of Jeff Metzger from Cranberry. And the 64 of Chuck Mowry out of Fawn Township. And Dave Wade, the 76. Two tough competitors in the M-Stall Limited Late Models. Ready to rock and roll off the 4th turn. The green is out. Zarin tried to run with the late models last week for the Penn National 100, back competing with the M-Stall Limited Lates tonight. The Cochran Automotive 1C. In the W2 kisses the wall up in turn 4, and right now the car comes to a stop, so the caution is out with 2 laps down. Caution is out. He's got in the 1 and Chuck Mowry in the 64. Zarin is on the gas and the green comes out. Bradish in the 7 and Sisson in the 20C. Contact into turn 1. And Jeff Metzger ends up the innocent victim in the 1 car. The 20, we're ready to restart with 2 laps down, 8 to go. Second heat for the M-Stall Limited Late Models. And Zarin, problems on the restart, but he took off first. The green drops. Dave Wade in the 76 ends up with the lead. The 7 car of Lou Bradish settles back into 3rd as Zarin is back in 2nd. Jason Sisson in the 24th, and then the 11A of Charlie Jasinski. Comes Jimmy Z. Zarin mounting a charge on Dave Wade. The Specialty Turbine Service, Tiger Machine and Manufacturing 76. Trying to hold off the Cochran Automotive, West Allegheny Paramedic Rescue 1C. With the Remax Real Estate 7 of Bradish 3rd. And 4th, the Jailbreezer Construction 20 of Jason Sisson. The Don Speed Shop 11A of Charlie Jasinski still 5th at the halfway point. 5 laps to go. Zarin way down low that time into 3. Able to pick up ground, but coming off of 4. Wade is in the fast lane. Have checked out here. 2 to go. Zarin continues to apply the pressure. Zarin again alongside of Wade as they exit turn 2 down the back straightaway. The action heating up here in the closing laps. Unable to make it stick, though, down low off the fourth turn. One more lap to go. Wade, car 76, opening up daylight out in front. The Specialty Turbine Service, Tigard Machine and Manufacturing. 76 from Pittsburgh. Dave Wade picks up the win with Jim Zarin a close second. Dwayne Popham, Lou Bradish third in the Dwayne Popham 7. Jason Sisson fourth and fifth to the 11A of Charlie Jasinski. Zaresco Equipment Company, located on the Lower Rhode Eye Road behind Penn Center Mall in Monroeville, Turtle Creek, and also on Route 19 in Wexford. We've got complete truck bodies, commercial recreational truck accessories, John Deere products, and open and closed tag-along trailers. Complete line of open and closed tag-along trailers, and they install and service everything they sell. Zaresco Equipment. Green is out, 8 laps the distance. 8 laps the distance, first of 2 heats for the Zaresco Equipment Spectator Stocks. By the way, tonight's late model feature will be an invert 8 start, and the limited late feature will be an invert 10 start. So the heat race winners for the late models will be starting in the 4th row, and the semi-lates or the limited lates in the 5th row. Damron leading, 2 Ralph Hysong second, points leader Joe Vaca, the 21 running third. That's the 35 of Mike Cecere, Rick Hyman the 29, challenged by the 38 of Jim Steffens as Vaca the 21 goes for second down the front stretch, riding the outside. The center exit tire 12, or excuse me, the DPC Auto 12B of Bob Damron leading out of Wintersville, Ohio, but closing in quickly is the 21 of Joe Vaca. 3 down and 5 laps to go. Rich, a lot of smoke from behind the 67 car, 67X, Danny Rich. Lots of smoke coming out from underneath the right rear wheel. Damron still leading, Vaca second, Hysong third. Mike Cecere in the 35 is fourth, and Jim Steffens is fifth right now in car 38. Laps to go, 3 to go. Black flag for Danny Rich. He'll have to go into the pits. Danny Rich in car 67X, something definitely amiss. May just be tire smoke. Joe Vaca has taken over the lead in the 21, Jumpin' Joe out of Carnegie. Into the hot spot with Damron second. Ralph Hysong Jr.'s 2 third. Mike Cecere in the 35 still fourth with the 38 of Jim Steffens fifth. One lap to go. One more lap to go. Jumpin' Joe Vaca wheels the 21 machine off the 4th turn. Checkered flag for Mr. Excitement, Joe Vaca. Bob Damron second. Ralph Hysong Jr. in the West Point Truck Center 2 third. Mike Cecere's Allegheny alignment 35 fourth. And looks like Rick Hyman at 29 will take fifth on that final lap. I'm able to get back around to 38 of Jim Steffens coming down the front stretch for the checkered flag. 25 Lendo Brashelski. Stacy White in the 55. 56 is Frank Schneider Sr., Charlie DiLoretto in the 11, and the 45 of Pat Weldon. out. Frank Schneider Jr. in the 5 machine leads the way. 00 Alatala second. Lendo Brzezelski in the 25, though, taking second as Atala greases the top side of the racetrack in the 00. Not the fast way up in that loose stuff. Mike Ross in the 27 and Stacy White in the 55 going at it for third. We'll see if that's Stacy or Willie behind the wheel tonight. Check, that's Willie White behind the wheel of the 55 this evening. Not his nephew Stacy. Al in the 00 up close to the wall again, and this time he gets a little piece of the 56 of Frank Schneider Sr. Frank Schneider Jr. still leads in the 5, being worked over by the 25 of Lendo Brzezelski. Willie White in the 55 third, Mike Ross in the 27 fourth, and Charlie DiLoretto in the 11 is fifth. Brzezelski looked like he wanted to try the outside. Now he'll slingshot to the inside, but Schneider beats him down the backstretch in car 5. 3 more laps to go this time by. 3 more laps to go. Schneider up high off of 4, and Dobrzyzelski will again try underneath him, this time into turn 1. He's got him beat into the corner. Now he slides up across the racetrack, and Schneider will try to get back under him in turn 2. Down the back straightaway. The battle continues into turn number 3. Lendo Brzezelski's 25, Frank Schneider Jr. in the 5, with Willie White in the 55 closing in. Dobrzyzelski's got the lead clearly now. And Wee Willie motors on by into second. Mike Ross in the 27 still fourth. Charlie DiLoretto's 11 fifth. Final lap. The home renovations. Meineke Muffler 25. Lendo Brzezelski out of Kennedy Township was the points leader early in the season. Look out, Lenny. A little loose coming off of 4. He's the winner. White second. Schneider third. Mike Ross fourth, and Charlie DiLoretto completes your top 5. York Unmodified heat races coming up next. York Heating and 8 laps for the York Unmodifieds. Like a Timex, take a licking and keep on ticking. Gary Smith in the 6. Able to continue after a little contact on the front stretch at the start. Out in front, it's Logan Dernoshik in the 20. Got himself a nice lead early on with Russ Matika in the 17M second. Robert Freshour third, Mike Anderson in the 72 fourth, and Danny Burns closing on Anderson down the backstretch into number 69. Equipment 20 of Logan Dernoshik still your leader. The Holiday Lounge 17M of Russ Matika second. And running third It's the P&G Chevy 83 of Robert Freshour. Danny Burns up against the wall in turn 4 in car 69. Caution is out, 69. Dernoshik hits the accelerator, the green flag waves, and we're back underway. 5 laps to the finish. Dernoshik still leading, Matika still second, and Freshour third. Anderson in the 72 fourth, and coming is the 0 of Larry Kugel. Robert Freshour looks to the inside in turn 2, trying to take second away from Russ Matika down the back straightaway. And Kugel in the 0, challenging the 72 of Mike Anderson for 4th. The York Out Modifieds getting racy here in the midpoint of their heat, the first of 2. Pittsburgh Pete Laurie is spinning around in the Quaker Steak and Lube 11A over in turn 2, 360, and keeps her going. Pittsburgh Pete looks like he's headed for the pits in the 11A. Well, Dernoshik pulling away here in the 20 car with 2 laps to go. Matika still second, pressured by the 83 of Freshour. 72 Mike Anderson and the 0 of Larry Kugel running right there as well. Then the 7 of Chad McClellan. One more lap to go. 1 lap to go. Sabre Equipment, number 20 of high school graduate Logan Dernoshik. 1 win this year here at Pittsburgh, and he'll win this first heat for the York Out Modifieds with Manaka's Russ Matika in the 17 second, Robert Freshour third, and a close race for 4th. Real close. Mike Anderson in car 72, edging the 0 of Larry Kugel for that 4th spot. The black 77 is Jake Miller. 84 Jim Petrell, the 27 car of Dave Will. Fred Varney in the 43, 10 Wayne Tassine, 63 Jimmy Plants, and the 7 of Ian Parasolik. Jim Lepro, we understand, is driving car 67 tonight. Jim normally drives the limited late model number 6. He's also campaigning the Bobby Bongiorni 67 York Out Modified this evening, in it for the first time. Darren Miller leads down the backstretch in car 40. And Jim Lepro in the 67, almost spinning out there in the 4th turn. Jim Petrell in the 84 right behind him as they head into 1. Darren Miller leading. Dale Charlier is second. And it's Lepro. Oh, contact on the back straightaway. 63 Jimmy Plant spinning around. 311 Scott Jones spinning around. The 27 of Dave Will spinning around. And the caution is out. 1 lap down, 7 to go. Darren Miller in car 40 tonight brings the field back to green. On the outside comes Dale Charlier in the 17. And it's Charlier overtaking Miller with the lead as they race into turn number 1. Jim Petrell in the 84 close third. Jim Lepro in the 67 is 4th. And we've got 2 cars spinning, 3 cars spinning. Another car into the wall. This is turning into a demolition derby here. Green is back out with 1 lap down, 7 to go. Dale Charlier takes off with the lead again. Darren Miller in the 42nd. Jim Petrell in the 84 third. The 67 of Jim Lepro. And the 77 of Jake Miller. Halfway. Charlier still leading. Miller second and Petrell third. Lepro fourth. And the newcomer tonight, Jake Miller in the 77, challenging Lepro for that fourth spot in the one. Look out, Jake. Slides are in there pretty hard, using Jim Lepro as his cushion. 2 laps to go this time by. 2 laps remaining. Lap to go. Jake Miller spinning out up here in turn 4 in the 77, turns it back around. The green stays out. Jake get him some bonus points on that one. Uh-oh, don't do it again. Here come the leaders for the checkered flag. Dale Charlier in the 17. Out of Midway picks up the win over Darren Miller. Jim Petrell. Jim Lepro in the 67 will finish 4th. And the 7 car of Ian Parasolik is last. Ricky Thomas, 87 Ben Belich, 79 B.A. Malquit, 99 Ben Miley, 55 Bill Nepper, 84 Steve Baker, 4 Ed Foree, the 8 of Dennis Curry, the 9C of Doug Crawford, 09 Mark Petrucci, 48 Johnny Johnson, the 10 of Wayne Tessine, 75 Don Gross, the 7 of Bill Adler, 21 Matt Sherlock, Jim Mazer in the 13, the 4 of Steve Fife, and the 3 of Rich Curry. Don't forget, it all has been second place, starts pole side, flanked by former limited late champion Ricky Thomas. 2 limited late model track champions, former limited late track champs make up the front row, and the green is out. Down the front stretch. Into turn number 1. Look out, Ben Miley in the 99. 55 Bill Nepper. 4 Ed Foree. A whole bunch of cars together over in 1 and 2. Only 7 cars made it through. 55 of Bill Nepper and the 99 of Ben Miley, the 2 cars that started spinning, they got together there in turn 1, and after that the track got blocked. Ben making it through. Ben Belich, 79 B.A. went Malquit, row number 2. Here they come on the gas into 4. The green is out. Wachter leads down the back straightaway. Belich in the 87 is second. Thomas in the 99 third. Malquit fourth. Baker running 5th. Dennis Curry in the 8 is 6th. Baker in car 84 on the outside trying to get a run into the third and fourth place cars down the back straightaway. Trying to make it 3 wide into 3. Baker, the West Virginia rim rider, outside of Thomas. There's contact in 4. And Malquit moves to third. Thomas is fourth. And now Dennis Curry in the 8 trying to take fifth. Curry and Baker running hard into turn 1. Baker beats him off the corner, still fifth. Baker now tries to work under Ricky Thomas into turn 3. Out in front, it's Rick Wachter with Ben Belich second and B.A. Malquit third. Ed Ferree in the 4, Johnny Johnson in the 48, the 2 top point men involved in that accident trying to work their way up from the back of the field. They're running side by side down the backstretch. Running for the 10th spot. Baker close to the wall that time in 1 and 2, still running fifth in car 84. Rick Wachter opens up a half a straightaway lead in the W.R. Minden Sons Custom Homes Ohio Valley Lumber 93X with 5 laps down. Wachter is pulling away. Belich second and Malquit third. Bill Adler pitting in car 7. Adler to the pits in car 7. Wachter into turn number 1, continues to lead at least by half a straightaway. Ben Belich having his best run of the season, second in the 87. Malquit a solid third, and Thomas still fourth with Baker behind him in fifth. Curry sixth, Doug Crawford seventh, Mark Petrucci eighth, and 48 Johnny Johnson in the 4 of Ed Ferree running ninth and 10th. 10 laps down, 15 to go. Closing in on the halfway point, Wachter trying to lap the 13 of Jim Mazer down the back straightaway. Ben Belich in the 87 trying to close in. Malquit still third. Thomas fourth, closely followed by the 5th place car of Steve Baker. 12 laps to go, 12 laps to go. Laps. 10 more laps to go for the late model feature event. Baker and Ricky Thomas going at it hard and heavy for 4th and 5th again as they work the 13 of Jim Mazer. Baker slides in hard on the bottom in car 84, coming up across. He and Thomas make a little contact, and Baker makes the pass. In front of race leader Rick Wachter. Ben Belich and B.A. Malkwood trying to close ground. 5 laps to go. 5 to go. Defending limited late track champion Rick Wachter looking for his first late model feature win. Around the 55 of Bill Nepper. From the finish. Malkwood now is closed back in on Belich for second. As Wachter closes in on the 4 of Steve Fife, the 21 of Matt Sherlock, and the 10 of Wayne Tessine. Into 1. The W.R. Minden Sons Custom Homes Ohio Valley Lumber 93X, 2-lap cars now between first and second. And Wachter seems to be home free, barring any problems with 2 to go. The race for second intensifying. Malkwood putting plenty of pressure on the 87 of Ben Belich. They're working lap traffic, so that's going to be interesting down the back stretch. Baker is still 4th in the 84, the Thomas 99 running 5th. 1 more lap to go. Here comes Rick Wachter taking the white flag. Final lap. Malkwood almost spinning in turn 4 in the 79. Gives Belich a big advantage for second, and now Baker trying to get Malkwood for third. The W.R. Minden Sons Custom Homes Ohio Valley Lumber. Falcone's Auto Mall 93X from Beaver. Late model feature win number 1 for Rick Wachter. Ben Belich second, B.A. Malkwood third, Steve Baker fourth, and Ricky Thomas fifth. The 8 of Dennis Curry sixth. Doug Crawford in the 9C, Ed Free in the 4, racing for 7th off of 4 down the front straightaway. Crawford 7th, Free 8th, Johnny Johnson in the 48 9th, and the 09 of Mark Petrucci 10th. Belich had to contend with the pressure from B.A. Malkwood. It is official. He's across the weigh-in center, and he'll be making a very popular drive into victory lane. Out of Beaver, Rick Wachter. It's a Masters-built chassis. W.R. Minden Sons Custom Homes, Ohio Valley Lumber, Better's Drywall, Coriopolis Service Star Hardware, the sponsors. And he's going to take the checkered flag in honor of that first late model feature win. These guys, this race team, the Cyclops race team, the 93X team, they were our Sportsmen of the Year just a couple of years back. 21, our Monarch Oil Wolf's Head Hard Charger. Lots of photographs for that first career late model feature win. Here he comes. How about a nice hand? First career late model win for Rick Wachter. 2 years ago, he was winning in the spectator stocks. Last year, as a limited late model rookie, he won his share and picked up the track championship. And now gets his first late model win. Ted Williams is standing by down the front straightaway, which one of the team owners and one of the most colorful people here in Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. Ted?
No, you took the words right out of my mouth, and colorful is a good way to describe this whole team. As you can see, the support here for these guys are phenomenal as they came through the spectator stock ranks, track champions there, as they come up through the limited late ranks, track champions, and now another milestone. I'm talking with Jim Sweaterlish, and Jim, a great win. If you're going to win one, that's the way you want to do it.
Oh, unbelievable. I can't believe we're standing here right now.
Hey, Jimmy, we were talking before Rick got out of the car, and playing around with the car, you thought you had a pretty major problem with it.
Yeah, we started up the car last night, and the transmission sound was ready to explode. And
Check whenever's fine.
we called Stevie Baker, and he brought us up a brand new transmission today. Thank God it held together.
Hey, Jimmy, one more quick question. When is Hawaiian night?
The night of the Pure Stock 20.
All righty. Back up to you, Doc. Ricky, congratulations, your first super late model win. How's it feel?
It's unbelievable. I'm numb. These guys have been working so hard all year, every night in the car. I had a little daughter up the hospital for 7 weeks, couldn't be down in the garage, and these guys put in so much time trying to get this car hooked up, and we finally did it.
A lot of guys support this team. Let's talk about them for a quick second.
Yeah, we got Bill Mitten's been helping us tremendously. Ohio Valley Lumber, DJ Better Drywall, it helps out. When we needed something, they were there to get it for us. So I'd like to thank the fans for backing us. We'd like to talk to them after the race every week, and they've been always giving us encouragement. My mom and dad's been here, and the last 3 years they've been here, we won the feature, so we're going to have them keep coming on.
Ricky, real quickly, an early caution, but once that was cleared up, it was clear sailing. What was going through your head for about the last 5 or 6 laps?
I don't know. We come up on some of the lap cars. You never know what happens there. We're just trying to drive a little bit more cautious, but it worked out. They finally did a good job hooking the car up, and it's a pleasure to drive it that way.
Pleasure to talk to you in Victory Lane. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How about a big hand for Rick Wachter, his first career feature win.
Is out for the Amstel Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Limited Late Models. Charlie J. Charlie Jasinski in the 11A. On the inside, outside, it's the 20 of Jason Sisson, who takes the lead into turn 3. Gary Sisson in the 88 running third right now. Spinning, it's Mark Bernal, the 44. Look out, Mark. Caution is out. Green is out. Oh my goodness. Jeff Metzger spins around in the 1 car and Mark Bernal gets into him but continues along. Now we got 2 cars together on the inside down in turn 4. But now limited lates as well. Watch Mark Moats coming from the back of the pack in car 48. He's been the leading winner this year. Green is out. Jason Sisson leading, Charlie Jasinski second, Lou Bradish in the 7 car third, then the 88 of Gary Sisson and the 6 of Jim Lepro. 1C, Jim Zarin, 76 Dave Wade in the middle of the pack. Wade slips high and Wayne Gaither in the 4 car picks up a spot. Sisson opening up a nice little lead. Last week's winner, Charlie Jasinski, still second. Bradish holding on to third, pressured by the 88 of Gary Sisson. Lepro is 5th in the 6th, and a close 6th is the 1C of Jim Zarin. Braza Construction, still auto body 20 of Jason Sisson out of Houston, still leading. Not far behind the Don Speed Shop 11A of Charlie Jasinski. Gary Sisson now, the Gary's Auto Sales 88, trying to take third away from the Remax Real Estate 7 of Lou Bradish. The Buds Place 6 of Jim Lepro runs 5th. Sisson and Bradish wheel to wheel in 3 and 4. At the halfway point, 10 laps remaining. Sisson able to make the pass for third. Lou Bradish trying to pass him back, coming off of 4. Up in turn 2, Jeff Metzger in car 1. Brings up. Green is back out with 9 laps to go. Jason Sisson getting a real good restart in car 20. Jason Sisson, Charlie Jasinski, Gary Sisson, Lou Bradish, Jim Lepro, 5th. 6th is Jim Zarin, Dave Wade 7th, Mark Modes 8th, Wayne Gaither 9th, and Mark Bernal 10th. To complete lap 16, 4 more laps to go, 4 more laps remaining. More laps to the finish, 2 laps to the cash for the M-Star Limited late models. Jason Sisson looks for his 2nd win this season. Take the white flag, and he's pulling away in the process. Charlie Jasinski following up last week's win, a solid 2nd here tonight. Gary Sisson 3rd, Lou Bradish 4th, and Jim Lepro 5th. Then Jim Zarin, Dave Wade, Mark Modes, Wayne Gaither, and Mark Bernal 10th. Checkered flag is waving for Houston's Jason Sisson. Charlie Jasinski the runner-up, Gary Sisson 3rd, Bradish 4th, Lepro 5th. The Monarch Oil Wolf's Head Hard Charger in that feature picks up a case of Wolf's Head from Monarch Oil, the world's.
Jason, congratulations, second win of the year, and I'll tell you what, the way the heat race started off tonight, your night did not look very promising at all.
No, I tell you what, it was a little rough and banging in their heat race there, but the crew's great. They put the car back together, bent some stuff up, but they're just fantastic. This is for them. They worked hard on this car all year long. We've been searching for a new setup. We found it, I think. It's working good.
This is where the luck of the invert really helps you out. You struggle through your heat race, kind of finish far back, you get an invert 8. It helps your cause out an awful lot tonight, and you're able to stay all the way through the checkers.
Yeah, it does. It hurts you and it helps you on some nights. I've won heat races and put it 10th, but it makes for good racing for the fans. That's what we're all out here to do, is put on a good show for these people that come out, and we appreciate everybody coming out and watching us. Got to thank my sponsors, Oakdale Pizza, Essex Beer, J.O. Breeza Construction, Henderson Sign Design, and everybody, the crew, my dad, my brother put long hours in. I got to thank them all. They're just fantastic.
Jason, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Put your hands together for Jason Sisson, your stall limited.
Mike Ross, Rick Heim in the 29. 11, Charlie DiLoretto. 38, Jim Steffens. 00, Alex Allen, the 21 of Joe Vacca. 20, Dave Cook, and the 45 of Pat Weldon. Bill Slade in the 4. Frank Schneider Sr., the 56, and the 67 of Danny Rich. Schneider Jr. in the 5 car. Takes off with the lead. Danny Rich still smoking badly in the 67X. Slowing down, now getting back up to speed, the 56 of Frank Schneider Sr. Danny Rich pitting in the 67X as Frank Schneider Jr. is your leader. Wachelski the 25 and Willie White in the 55, close to the wall over in turn 2, but they keep their running spots 4th and 5th. Rick Heim into 6 now, the 29. Whoa, Dobroshelski sliding up in front of White. White passes him back in turn 2. Those two having a real battle out there. 3rd and 4th place cars. I said earlier 4th. That's the Frank Schneider 56 about to be lapped by his son, Frank Schneider Jr. in the 5. Ralph Hysong Jr. in the 2 is 2nd. Willie White 3rd in the 55. Then Len Dobroshelski's 25. Rick Heim is to 5th now in car 29. Bob Damron is 6th. Joe Vac is 7th in the 21. Mike Sears 35-8. 38 Jim Steffens 9th. And Mike Ross in the 27 is 10th. Dobroshelski in the 25, banging the wall up in 3 and 4. He lost a bunch of spots there, the 25 car. Pat Weldon in the pits in car 45. 7 laps to go, 7 to go. Rickheim in the 29 now getting by the Frank Schneider 56 who is lapped. Schneider slows down in front of a bunch of cars there. Heim in the 29 spins. He's T-boned by the 25 of Len Dobrashelsky. And the caution is out. Of Rick Heim, 56 Frank Schneider Sr. Green is out. And we're back underway with 7 laps to go. Laps to go, 5 laps to go. Frank Schneider Jr., who picked up his first career win 3 weeks back, the 5, looking for his second win here tonight. Laps to go, 3 to go. Joe Vac into 21, putting the heat on the 12 of Bob Damron for 4th. Lap to go, 1 to go. Frank Schneider Jr. in the 5. Ralph Hysong Jr. in the 2. Willie White still 3rd. Damron 4th and back of 5th. Checkered flags. Oresco Equipment Spectator Stock winner 2nd this year. Frank Schneider Jr. over Ralph Hysong, Willie White, Bob Damron, and Joe Vaca. the 56, coming around to congratulate his son, Frank Schneider Jr. in the 5. Second win in 3 weeks. 3 weeks ago he was a winner, now back in victory lane. Liked it so much, decided to do it again. The Schneider Trucking 5. How about a nice hand? Pittsburgh's Frank Schneider picking up his second career Zaresco Equipment Spectator Stock feature win. Well, folks, we're going to go on to the Todd Seeley Motorcycle ATV show next. Before we come back with the York Modified feature. So you still have a few minutes while they take pictures and we do our Victory Lane interview to get set. If you want to get a soft drink or something to eat at the concession stand or whatever the case may be, take a trip to the restroom. We'll be ready to go shortly. Todd has been performing all around the country. And in 1988, he set a Guinness Book World Record for his 246-foot motorcycle jump. In 1992, he set a world 160-foot jump on an ATV. He's made a career out of beating the odds. He did it when he sets his world records. He does it again when he jumped a 1969 Ford Mustang over a partially raised drawbridge in Miami for the film Too Much. The movie starred Melanie Griffith and Daryl Hannah. More recently, Todd's performed in Barefoot in Paradise, Second Noah. That was filmed in Tampa, Florida. The Cape and Lawless. He's been featured in the TV show Sequest, Steve Martin's Parenthood, and the ever-popular Ace Ventura Pet Detective. More importantly, Todd beat the odds on overcoming a bout with Hodgkin's disease. Doctors feel that his disease is in full remission. Always committed to giving his fans more, he's designed a new stunt for his show this year. He'll be performing a motorcycle jump over a moving ramp. Besides the spectacular new attraction, Seeley will entertain fans with his highly specialized wheelie show. In addition to his demonstration of riding on the rear wheel of his motorcycle through various routines, he'll perform 150-foot spectacular quad and motorcycle jumps defying the imagination. That's the Todd Seeley Motorcycle ATV show about to unfold here on the front straightaway. Before we do that, though, we need to get down to take care of business. Let's talk to our feature winner. Ted?
Frank Schneider Jr., happy celebration here in Victory Lane. 3 weeks ago, you picked up your first. You backed it up again tonight. This team's really starting to come on.
Yeah, I didn't think by the heat race, I didn't think I was going to do very good. Kid from Ronnie Opachin's pit crew, Ray, he loosened it up, him and Jay Opachin, loosened my car up a little bit. And man, it was like it was on rails. I don't know how far ahead I was in front of everybody, but it felt like a big lead.
Yeah, you had a couple cars and nobody was really able to pull up and challenge you. But let's talk about this team, this 5 and this 56 team with you and your dad.
Well, it started with Ian Tomite giving me a car, and I was real terrible. Like everybody called me dead ass last. I ended up starting building the car, and then I bought the 51 of Ron Opachin's car last year, and it's just coming together.
Now they can call you badass first.
I think so.
Frankie, congratulations on a big win tonight.
Thank you.
It's always great to come back. I tell you, we're trying to hunt up a broom right now to wipe off some of the dust on the takeoff ramp. It's a little slick just from all the dust down here, but I don't know, I'm ready to put on a good show, and I hope the fans enjoy it.
What can we expect to see tonight?
Well, we're going to attempt to jump the motorcycle over these ramps out here, and if that's successful, we're going to attempt to jump a four-wheeler. The four-wheeler you see sitting down here also over the same distance, so that's going to be definitely the finale of the show. And this year we're going to try something a little bit different. We have a dune buggy down here, and it has a ramp mounted on the back of it. And what we're going to do is come down the front straightaway here about 30 mile an hour, and I'm going to be moving on the motorcycle behind it about 60, and jump it while it's moving. So that's going to be a new deal here this year.
Todd, while they're looking for a broom to get the Rams dusted off here, let's talk about some of the national record holders you hold.
Well, in 1988, set a new Guinness Book of World Records, jumping a motorcycle at 246 feet through the air, ramp to ramp, which earned me a spot in the Guinness Book of Records. So we're pretty proud of that accomplishment. And we've been touring ever since 88, out at the speedways, drag strips, all over the country, really. And when we're not doing this, we're home in Universal Studios in Florida, Orlando, working on television and movie work.
All right, Todd, I know you got some preparation to do. The fans are getting ready for you. How about a big send-off for Todd Seeley, Pittsburgh?
Thank you.
Just warming the bike up, making sure it's going to perform properly. He rides on one wheel like most of us would ride on two. No problem. Pretty fast, too. One leg on the seat. Nice hand, Todd Seeley is getting warmed up. The moving ramp jump, and Todd at approximately 60 miles per hour. And here comes the buggy, pulling that ramp, dragging the ramp. And here comes Todd Seeley. Time it so he can jump him right in the middle of the straightaway. All right, something new this year for Todd. Jumped as far as 246 feet ramp to ramp. And that was back in 1988. This is approximately 150 feet. He'll be testing the speed just to see how fast he needs to go, checking the ramp to make sure everything's okay. It's going to be kind of interesting. That's pretty dark down there. You know, you go up the ramp and not see the landing ramp. Hopefully, I guess you hope aim it straight. Come on, he needs some support here. Just get that blood pumping a little bit. Now he's testing the speed. Here he comes. And there he goes. Perfect. Perfect. To that ramp that he takes off on is only about, 3.5 foot wide, just wide enough to get a quad on it. The landing ramp a little wider. Can he do it again? Should he do it again? Let's do it again. A little further that time. Now we're getting it going. Better back that truck up.
I tell you what, I think I'm warmed up now, so we're going to attempt to do the same jump on this ATV sitting right behind me here. So I'm going to warm it up, and I tell you, I'm going to need the crowd behind me on this one. It's going to take all the help I can get.
What do you say, Pittsburgh? Let's hear it for him.
I said that takeoff ramp is not much room on either side for the quad. Not real wide, not nearly as wide as the landing ramp. You're going to check out the ramp. Hit that pretty much dead center. All right, come on, folks. He's got a light on his helmet so he can see just exactly how fast he's going and where exactly, of course, he has to go. He has to be at an exact speed. That's what he's testing right now. Make sure he can get to that speed. Let's go. He's going to do it right now for you, folks. Just a reminder, when the Todd show is done, when the Todd Seeley show is done, he will be signing autographs at his truck and trailer located behind the grandstands. Todd Seeley, ATV, jump ready to go. Coming at you off the first turn. Here he comes. Let's go. Let's send him off. Literally. He makes the turn inside, and here he goes. nice hand for Todd Seeley. Todd Seeley out of Tampa, Florida.
Come on, let him hear it. Come on. Todd, fantastic job tonight.
Oh, thank you very much. I tell you, I took off on the four-wheeler there. I think I jumped further than I did on the motorcycle, but I got a good run coming at it. You know, it's always a good place to jump here, so works out pretty well. And the fans are responsive, and I'll tell you, it makes it all worth it.
Hey, Todd, let's talk about what kind of speed you need to carry over the ramp to make the jump like that.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a set speed. I usually go about 53, 54 mile an hour, and tonight I hit it on the four-wheeler about 59 mile an hour, so carried me just a little bit further than I wanted to really down the ramp, but it worked out great, and like I said, it's always coming back, great to come back here at Pittsburgh, and I hope we can do it again. Thanks, fans.
Hey, before you go, Todd, one question I have to ask you is, when you got the quad out there, you came to the top of the ramp, you have about 2 inches. You have absolutely no margin for error. Plus, if you look at his helmet, he's got a pen light on, which he needs to keep an eye on his gauges and his speed and whatnot, and it just takes incredible skill to pull this off, and I just want to say congratulations. Fantastic job tonight.
Well, thank you very much. It is years of experience and, you know, really knowing what to do, and it's definitely a business you can get hurt very easily and seriously, but, you know, we've done it, like, again, for a long, long time, and it is little tricks like speedometers and gearing and just preparation and knowing what to do to get you through this stuff. But, you know, it can be done safe if you go about it the right way. And I tell you, we're at the beginning of our summer, and we got a long summer to go, but I think it's going to be a good one. And if we get crowds like this here at Pittsburgh, we're going to have a good time.
Hey, this sounds a little cliche-ish, but if you're a kid up there with a quad, just be careful. Don't try any of this stuff at home.
Absolutely, just what I said. I've been at this for years and years, and I'm going to be up behind the grandstand signing autographs. If anybody wants to stop back and say hey, and I'll be up there in a few minutes as we get the ramps off the track.
All right, Todd, congratulations. Beautiful performance.
Thank you.
Come on, one more time for Todd Seeley.
Well, and then the 7 on the pole. Outside the 77 of Jake Miller, then the 0 of Larry Kugel. 67 Jim Lepro, 72 Mike Anderson, 84 Jim Petrell, 83 Robert Freshour, 40 Darren Miller, 17 M. Russ Matika, 17 Dale Charlier, 20 of Logan Dernoshik, and 6 Gary Smith, 10 Wayne Tessine, 69 Danny Burns, 43 Fred Varney, 63 Jimmy Plants, 11 Pete Lorius, 16 Kurt Havadale, Scott Jones in the 311, Bob Millspaw in the 48, and Ian Parasolik in the 7. They get to the cone, we go. 15 laps for the York Unmodifieds, and the green is out. Chad McClellan in the 7M leads into turn 3 with Larry Kugel in second. Jake Miller in the 77 car running third. And Jim Lepro in the 67. And we've got Jake Miller in the 77 spinning and collecting the 67 of Jim Lepro. '77. Green is out. 14 laps to go. got to crash hard into the wall up there in 3 and 4. 2 cars on the track. 48 Bob Mills spun another car inside, and a white car, I think it was Jimmy Plants in a 63, crashed hard into the outside wall.
Obviously done for tonight. Jimmy Lepro in the 67 car, his right side tore up as well. He's done for the night. In a 48 car sitting down in the infield, I didn't have a chance to look at it, but hopefully this will be like the other features. We had a tough time getting them started, but once we get going, hopefully it'll roll on through the finish.
And we're back on the gas. McClellan out of Stoystown on the other side of Jennerstown, making the long tow down here to Pittsburgh, and leads the way with Larry Kugel, the leading winner, applying the pressure. Third is Jimmy Petrail. Mike Anderson up to fourth in a 72 car. Oh, look out, we got a car spinning into turn 1. Gary Smith in car 6, and I think he got stopped before he hit the wall. The caution is out for car 6, Gary Smith. Chad McClellan brings the field back up to speed. Larry Kugel charging underneath him as they come off of turn 4. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1. The drag race is on. Wheel to wheel for the lead in turn 2. Down the back stretch, the battle continues. McClellan in the 7 and Kugel in the 0. And oh, Larry gives him a little love tap in the middle of 3 and 4. And takes the lead. Larry Kugel in the Penfield Contracting 0. Robert Freshour in the 83 moves to third, passing the 84 of Jim Petrell. Front five are single file, but look at that race for 6th through about 12th. They're really slicing and dicing in turn 3. 5 laps to go. Continues to lead. McClellan second, Freshour third, Charlier is fourth, and Petrell in the 84 fifth. Mike Anderson sixth, Russ Matika seventh, Kurt Habadell is eighth, and ninth and 10th are up for grabs. To go, 2 to go. Looking for his 7th win of the season. Just one more lap for the Penfield Contracting Zero of Larry Kugel. McClellan second, Freshour third, Charlier fourth, Petrell is fifth. Anderson 6th, Matika 7th, Tassine 8th, Dernoshik 9th, and Habadell 10th going into the final lap. Off the 4th turn, Chester, West Virginia's Larry Kugel rolls into victory lane another time. Chad McClellan 2nd, Robert Freshour 3rd, Dale Charlier 4th, Jim Petrell 5th, Mike Anderson 6th, and close for 7th and 8th. Wayne Tassine 9th, and I believe Kurt Habadell was 10th. Two weeks from tonight will be bike races for the kids. And everyone participating in the bike races must have a helmet. Must have a helmet. Please take your time exiting the speedway. And Todd Seeley's still back here signing autographs, so feel free to stop by and say hi. Have a safe trip home. Enjoy your week. And we'll see you next Saturday night here at Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. How about a nice hand for your Yorkout Modified winner, Larry Kugel.
We're staying in the wrong place. Larry Kugel, congratulations, win number 7 this year.
Thanks. It's a little easier when you start up front. Next week I'll be starting 12th, and we'll see where we are.
Check. Sometimes the invert pill hurts you. Sometimes it helps you. Tonight it did help you.
Yeah, I wasn't very good in the heat race, and it come out to work out okay with us. We got the car better. With the late models last week running all them laps on the track, it completely changed the racetrack, and we had to adjust the car a little bit.
Let's talk about some of the guys on your crew. I know your sons help you out a lot, and you got a lot of good sponsors here to make this whole deal successful.
Yeah, and my crew chief, Matt Wintermantle, he's got Penfield Construction for me. He not only crew chiefs, he goes out and finds sponsors for me, so I owe him a lot. He went and bought me a trailer. I can't afford to buy a trailer like that. I'm using his trailer. So, and my boys, you know, they helped me all week, you know. Without these guys and my wife, you know, I couldn't do any of this.
Larry, congratulations, win number 7.
Thanks very much.
Put your hands together for Larry Kugel, your York UMP Modified feature winner tonight. Good job.